One day, strangers will walk through your room. They will open the drawers you once considered private. They will hold up your clothes, decide what is worth keeping, and push the rest into black plastic bags. The books you promised yourself you would read will gather dust. The trophies you were once proud of may end up in a cardboard box. Someone will delete your number from their phone. Someone else will sleep in your room. And eventually, your name will be spoken for the last time. That is where this story begins. Not because death is beautiful, not because life is meaningless, but because there is a question most of us avoid until it is almost too late. If your life is going to end anyway, why are you spending so much of it afraid to live? Most people are not running from death, they are running from embarrassment. A message remains unsent because rejection might hurt. A person stays quiet in a room because someone might think they sound stupid. A dream sits untouched for 10 years because beginning badly would be humiliating. Someone stays in a relationship that has been dead for years because an empty house feels more frightening than an unhappy one. Someone else wakes every morning, puts on the same clothes, drives the same road, enters the same building, and quietly tells themselves, maybe next year. Fear rarely looks like fear. Sometimes it looks like patience. Sometimes it sounds like responsibility. Sometimes it wears a suit, speaks calmly, and gives you 100 intelligent reasons to remain exactly where you are. That is why it survives for so long. You think you are protecting your life, but slowly, almost invisibly, you're shrinking it. Ancient warriors understood this problem in a way modern life often forgets. A person who is terrified of losing everything can be controlled by almost anything. Threaten his reputation, and he becomes silent. Threaten his comfort, and he stops moving. Make him afraid of looking foolish, and he may spend an entire lifetime standing at the edge of his own life. So some old traditions placed death close to the mind, not as a celebration of dying, as a way of waking up. Because once a person truly accepts that everything can be lost, fear loses one of its oldest weapons, the illusion that safety can last forever. Now picture the person you were 5 years ago. Maybe that person trusted someone who betrayed them. Maybe they begged someone to stay. Maybe they failed publicly. Maybe they walked away from an opportunity and still think about it at night. Maybe they wasted years. You can still remember the room, the message, the face, the exact sentence someone said. The past has a strange talent for preserving pain in perfect detail. But here is the part we rarely notice. That version of you no longer exists. The body has changed. The cells have changed. The room may be gone. The people may be gone. Yet you keep dragging that old self into every new morning. You enter a new relationship carrying an old betrayal. You stand before a new opportunity carrying an old failure. Someone offers you a new door, and the person who was hurt years ago reaches out to close it. This is the deeper meaning of acting as if you are already dead. It is not about destroying yourself. It is about allowing a version of yourself to end. The version that still needs an apology. The version waiting for everyone to finally understand. The version rehearsing conversations that will never happen. The the version that believes one old mistake deserves a lifetime of punishment. That person has carried enough. Put them down. There is a small cruelty hidden inside fear. It never asks you to give up your entire life at once. If it did, you would refuse. Instead, it takes tiny pieces. One honest conversation postponed, one risk avoided, 1 year spent waiting, one more morning saying, "Not yet." Nothing dramatic happens. There is no explosion, no music, no moment when you suddenly realize your life has become smaller. The walls move inward by inches. That is how a cage is built. And one day, you may look around and discover that you are safe from almost everything, because you are no longer close to anything that makes you feel alive. This is where ordinary advice fails. People tell you to become fearless, but fearlessness is not the absence of a racing heart. It is not calm hands. It is not confidence. Sometimes courage looks like a person sitting alone in a parked car for 10 minutes before finally opening the door. Sometimes it is a shaking voice saying the truth. Sometimes it is pressing send. Sometimes it is packing one suitcase. Sometimes no one applauds. The fear remains. You simply stop giving it the final vote. There is a reason this matters. Every time you build your life around avoiding fear, you teach your mind that fear is a command. The world gets smaller. First, you avoid the thing that frightened you. Then you avoid anything that reminds you of it. Eventually, you begin calling the cage your personality. I'm just not that kind of person. Maybe, or maybe you have repeated the same fear for so long that it has learned to speak in your voice. To act as if you are already dead is to ask a brutal question. If the person I have been until today was gone, what would I still be protecting? Your image? People have already misunderstood you. Your perfect record? You have already made mistakes. Your certainty? You never had it. There is less to protect than fear wants you to believe. And perhaps more life waiting outside that protection than you can see from inside it. But this philosophy can be misunderstood. It does not mean becoming reckless. It does not mean abandoning people, ignoring consequences, or pretending nothing matters. The opposite is closer to the truth. When you know a moment will not last, you finally look at it. You put the phone down when someone you love is speaking. You notice your parents growing older. You stop treating an ordinary Sunday morning as if life owes you an infinite supply of them. A cup of tea becomes different when you understand there will be a last one. So does a conversation, a walk home, a familiar voice calling your name. Death does not make these things worthless. It gives them weight. The tragedy is not that life ends. The tragedy is that many people discover the value of their life only after something breaks it open. A hospital room, an empty chair at the table, a phone call at 3:17 in the morning. Then, suddenly, the things that once seemed enormous become embarrassingly small. The stranger who disliked you. The post that did not get enough attention. The mistake everyone else forgot months ago. The person you spent years trying to impress. For a few painful moments, life becomes clear. But clarity should not require catastrophe. You do not need a funeral to remember that you are alive. So let today be the quiet funeral of the person fear created. No one needs to know. There will be no flowers. Tomorrow, the world may look exactly the same. The bills will still be there. the unanswered questions will remain unanswered. Your hands may still shake, but something can end here. The endless waiting, the need for permission, the belief that your past owns the next chapter. Let that version of you go. Then walk back into your life. Send the message if it needs to be sent. Leave the door closed if it needs to stay closed. Begin badly. Speak carefully, but speak. Love people without pretending they can stay forever. Build something even though it may fail. And when fear asks you to wait until you feel ready, remember how many years it has already taken. One day, strangers really may walk through your room. They may hold your possessions in their hands and know nothing about the fears that once controlled you. They will not know how many times you almost began. They will not know what you wanted to say. They will not see the life you could have lived. Only you can see that life now, so act like you are already dead. Not your body, not your hope, not your love for this world. Let the frightened version die, the one who has been rehearsing life instead of living it. Because you are still here, the room is still yours. Your name is still being spoken. There is still time to open the door, but not forever. And perhaps that is not a reason to be afraid. Perhaps it is the reason to finally live.